This is Denton County Weather with your latest 4-minute forecast. Temperatures out there this morning. It's feeling like a nice morning out there. It's still on a little bit more on the chilly side. Temperatures right now sitting in the mid to upper 40s, a few lower 50s out there. It's going to warm up this afternoon, and obviously, if you woke up this morning, you're probably like, the sun's out this early? Yes, the sunrise is obviously going to be much earlier, and the sunset's also going to be much earlier by about an hour. So just keep that in mind. You might have noticed already by Sunday, but if not, if you're just noticing today, it is going to be setting much earlier, and it's also going to be rising much earlier. Temperatures by about lunchtime, right around 70 degrees for most of us, maybe a few mid-70s closer off to the west. You can see by 4 o'clock this afternoon, we will warm up into the lower 70s across the Metroplex, even closer to 80 back off closer to Childress, so keep that in mind this afternoon. Alright, we do have a chance for severe weather going into Wednesday. It's not going to be it's not going to be a big event by any means. It'll be fairly isolated across the Metroplex, but definitely a chance for maybe some damaging winds and isolated large hail, and I cannot rule out an isolated tornado as well. All very low-end threats, though, and I'm really talking maybe an isolated brief or a weak tornado, damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour in a cell or two, and then also potentially a large hail threat up to the size of quarters. Again, it's nothing major, nothing groundbreaking either, so it's going to be very low-end risks. Here's a look at the future radar, so you can see Tuesday will probably stay dry for most of Tuesday. I can't rule out an isolated passing shower or downpour. Tuesday, though, overall will stay fairly dry, as well as today. Going to Wednesday, we'll start to see that storm chance increase going into the evening hours. This would be after sunset. You can see maybe some storms starting to develop anywhere from Claiborne all the way up closer to southeastern Oklahoma. Now, the best chance for storms will be off to the northeast, and I'm mainly talking about anywhere around here. So this would include northeast Texas, Paris, Texarkana, as well as Sherman. Plano, maybe. Kind of about a 20 to 30% chance there. About a 20 to 25% chance in Denton County. And closer to Weatherford, it's more like a 15% chance. So much lower end chances further to the west, and further west you go, like Wichita Falls, you have a lower chance. So just keep that in mind. But again, severe weather will remain very isolated. More details and specifics on that, where and when, best timing, all that sort of stuff will go into Tuesday's forecast. All right, wind chills for Saturday morning. I wanted to bring this up. We will be pretty chilly as we do have a cold front coming through Wednesday night into Thursday. Temperatures will drop dramatically, though, for Friday, and especially overnight Friday into Saturday morning. You can see temperatures across the area will probably be in the upper 30s, lower 40s, but not just that. Wind chills will even make it feel cooler, closer to the mid-30s in some portions of the area. So something to keep in mind. All right, future outlook to next week. This will be next Thursday, not this week, next Thursday. There is going to be a chance that we see a very strong trough that would actually be centered over Canada, but this would actually extend all the way down to Texas. Now, this is not, this is kind of common for this time of the year, but it's not that common to the point where you see this every single year, or at least during every November. But there is going to be a very strong trough, which has a millibar reading at this current time of potentially being as low as 970, which is extremely low for a continental trough. And something to really keep in mind here will be how strong this does end up getting. This would obviously extend very far down to the south. We could very well see not just a huge cool down in temperatures, but we could also see the potential for maybe some showers and maybe some storms as well, depending on how cool it is. You can see there might even be a chance for maybe some snow in the Panhandle. I don't anticipate any precipitation in terms of wintry precipitation here, but just something to keep in mind. That could be a possibility as it moves out to the east. You can see that would potentially impact our area. All right, look at the temperatures, and with this trough and the potential that could bring, you can see it would be a massive cool down. We would probably have widespread freezing temperatures during that day, depending on when it happens, and obviously if nothing changes from here on out. And you can see eventually temperatures will rebound back into the 50s for highs and lows in the 30s and lower 40s. All right, 6 to 10 day outlook for the temperature probability. It looks like that the DFW area will most likely be below average during the 6 to 10 day span. That would be from Saturday to next Wednesday. And you can also see areas where I live, it is going to be extremely cooler. And it was in the 50s this morning. It felt like it was 30. I'm not even kidding. I mean, it does not feel normal here in Florida. Quick look at the tropics. You can see there's only one system that we're worried about now. Wanda is now way off to the northeast, nowhere in sight. It's a post-tropical cyclone. But this is the one that just came out of the Gulf. Has a very low-end chance of developing. It's going to move off to the east, away from the United States, so no major concerns there. Latest 7-day forecast, you can see that, again, temperatures will stay in the 70s for the next few days. We'll drop into the mid-60s for highs, low 40s for lows going into Thursday. Friday, temperatures will be the coolest during this week. During Friday, temperatures most likely in the upper 50s and lower 60s for highs, and as well as mid to upper 30s, maybe a few lower 40s for lows, and eventually warming back up by next Sunday, temperatures closer to 70. This forecast is brought to you by All Dents Repair.